Hi everyone, welcome to Autodio. There's an undeniable fact that electric vehicle startups are mushrooming at the moment. The success of Tesla in both consumer and stock markets has helped drive interest in other EV companies as investors look for the next unicorn to finance. Few companies such as Lucid and Faraday Future have shown off impressive concepts and generated some investor interest, neither has successfully raised funding from established automakers, though. Meanwhile, a tiny but mighty team from Croatia named Rimac is successfully bucking this trend. Since its establishment, Rimac has only built two ultra-low volume hypercars, the Concept 1 and the C2. Both are wonders of the car world, with fascinating design, 4-digit power, lightning speed, zero emission, and, of course, a hefty price tags. However, not many ones actually heard of this company. Unfortunately, a small-scale electric hypercar maker wouldn't be enough to generate interest among traditional carmakers because they are busy trying to find out how to build vast fleets of electric vehicles profitably, which is way different from building a small handful of extremely powerful and expensive hypercars. Nevertheless, Rimac has already secured investment from Porsche in return for 15.5% of its stake in a relationship that began in 2018. And just few days ago, this number has increased to 24% with additional €70 million from German carmaker. So, what makes Rimac so much more attractive as a partner to established, traditional automakers than the myriad other EV startups that are also competing for attention and funding? The answer lies in Rimac's strategy itself, which also include component outsourcing for other automakers. According to founder-mate Rimac, supercars have a limited market, but the market for components is much bigger. That is why we are planning to expand our company. In other words, Rimac has also spent a lot of its resources on designing components for electric vehicles which can then be sold onto other automakers. Traditional automakers have great strength in building combustion-powered vehicles, but the switch to electrification demands different skills and capabilities that cost a lot of money to develop and nurture. Licensing ready-made parts from Rimac allows automakers such as Porsche to leapfrog ahead in the race of electrified vehicles without wasting its own R&D time or resources. Already, Rimac has proved its mettle through its partnership with existing automakers. The high-performance battery systems for both the Koenigsegg Regera hypercar and the concept Aston Martin Valkyrie were developed by Rimac. In a video on the company's YouTube channel, Mate Rimac gave an example of one of the company's breakthroughs in battery pack design. The C2 uses the same 2170 format cylindrical cells found in Tesla Model 3 and Model Y battery packs. However, Rimac found out that it could cut down on pack weight and bulk by restricting the cooling system to only contacting the tops and bottoms of the battery cells. As a result, sufficient cooling performance is secured without the added bulk to run coolant lines around the sides of the battery cells, thus increasing the pack's energy density. In addition to Porsche, Rimac has already signed an agreement with Automobili Pininfarina, the automaking division of the well-known Italian design house. According to the agreement, Rimac would supply components and a platform on which Automobili Pininfarina builds its own electric hypercar, the Battista. This could be indicative of future EV supply agreements that call back to the days of coach building where a manufacturer such as Rimac builds the vehicle's hardware, upon which a coach builder such as Pininfarina then applies its own exterior and interior design. Some rumors suggest that, if the deal to expand Porsche's stake in Rimac to around 50% goes ahead, ownership over the Bugatti brand will be included in the deal. Currently, the French hypercar brand acts as a halo model for the wider Volkswagen Group. With focus and moving to electrification, however, there's a perception that Bugatti no longer fits with the new sustainable image VW is trying to build in the wake of the Dieselgate scandal in 2015. Porsche's CEO Oliver Blume once noted that Bugatti and Rimac would be a good technological fit, suggesting that Bugatti's future models will probably adopt some of Rimac's electrification technology as they move away from combustion engines. Concept 1, C2, Pininfarina Battista, and probably the upcoming Bugattis, these seem to be the very first steps on Rimac's way conquering the automotive industry. What would happen if we see a much more affordable model with Rimac-sourced components? If that comes true, Major players in EV game like Tesla should likely sweat. Let's see. Thank you for watching. See you later.